If you have to be, if Shan's
I
already.
have to be live. That's possible. I don't know how that happened. Maybe it's upcoming. I don't know. But it is the Cooley and the Gang show. We back. I want to say probably back just like we left late, and everything was supposed to get started about 8. I apologize. Didn't even get to cue up the intro music, but definitely happy to be here. It's been a minute. Technical difficulties kicked in. Are you going to check? Technical difficulties kicked in, of course, earlier today, but we want to thank the staff and everybody over here at the Avenue Kitchen. Appreciate the birthday love. I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. Appreciate everybody over at the Avenue Kitchen for inviting us over here to set up and do what we do best. And that's talk crap. Oh, and we got new rules. Big G is here. And then also in the building, we got Mac. Shan is in the building. Brandon's here. He put his head down. I don't think his wife knows where he's at. So, but the professor's here. Glam Shan is here, and this will kind of be like, how we going. Hey, Linnea, appreciate you. Thank you very much. Shout out to Linnea. She's a Cooley and the Gang original.
Gang.
Dang, I lost my train of thought.
What's the rules? We got rules.
Oh, yes, we have no
go with
rules.
the bullshit.
All right, first of all, the fact that we're in a public establishment, we're going to have to police ourselves. I'm not saying we got to go totally clean. We ain't got to go legit, but it would be.
Wait a minute. Why y'all looking at me?
Am I the
problem?
I want to know how you feel about that one.
Like I feel like I'm the problem. Y'all look right at me.
I didn't look anywhere. I'm looking straight. I was just straight ahead. But anybody, like I said, we don't have to be perfect, but we want to come at this new episode with this new venture, just a little differently. This go round, we got to get a check out of this. I would love to put, if there's only $5 in everybody's hand, even my brother Mac, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause if I can just, but we did get our first sponsor. Shout out to Maryland Soar. They definitely gave us some sponsorship. So yeah, we can clap that up. We don't have the
You got no sound effect yet?
Nah, we ain't got that yet.
Man,
Look, this new board, I'm afraid that if I hit a button, it's just gonna shut the whole live down. So I don't even want to take a chance. But definitely shout out to them. We appreciate their support and belief in us and our comeback and what we're trying to do. Now, a lot of you all probably thinking, well, you left. Well, what the hell did you come back for? So let me just explain. It's not going to be no deep story. This isn't story time. But, my mindset at the time when I ended everything was the show didn't feel fun anymore. It felt more like work. And you're probably saying, well, anything you do is going to be work, but it felt like real work. Like I go to work and like, it just felt like work. I mean, there's a lot involved. I don't think people understand, like it comes with like things like this, these shows, trying to keep things fresh. And, everybody would help me as much as they could, but to a certain extent, I have a little stubbornness in me and I don't really ask for help like I probably should. And I'm working on that. And, but that was my mindset then. It just started feeling more like work. So it was just time to take a break. And that was what, 22? That was 2022. Yeah, that last show, that was 2022. So it's been 4 years. And boy, we missed a lot.
It don't feel like it's been that long.
Yeah, it's been 4 years.
4 years?
Yeah, that was, and it was about the same time. Because I think I was here for my birthday then.
So you shut it down and run it back on your birthday?
I mean, it makes sense. I mean,
I'm just asking. All right then.
I mean,
all right. So let me ask the question before you go forward, because somebody's probably thinking, what's going to be different this time? Like, what happens if it starts feeling like work again? Is you going to be out again? Because you hurt a lot of people's feelings when you.
I did.
Us.
Whose phone was that?
Yours.
That wasn't me. Oh,
man.
No, all right, so this time around, what is different? Technology is different. And believe it or not, in 4 years, a lot has changed with technology, if nothing else. And I have a new personal assistant now. Shannon gets a little jealous of me and my personal assistant. I call her Chatty. I actually got a whole staff: Chatty, Claude, Metro Genesis, I call them. So I there's some help. And then I can't come to find out, like a lot of the things we did when we first started in 2015, we were thinking forward and ahead. Like nobody was really, people would do their podcast, but nobody was going live.
That's
You know
true.
what I'm saying? Like, so instead of me taking baby steps into it and just like, all right, well, let's just get an audio podcast. I'm like, nah, we got to go live.
Damn, so it was really 2015?
Yeah, 2015 is when we did the first show in the
You said
basement.
25th. Oh,
2015.
2015.
We was in the dining room.
Yes,
the dining room. We
The
definitely
dining
started in the dining room.
Wow.
Moved to the
that was
basement.
2015.
Wow.
And yeah, Sienna was another one of the ones that gave me a little bit of a what the hell is going on. But we are here, and I'm telling you, I'm going to ride it out. Like I said, this is an investment, and my mindset. I know how I want to go about it. I got a good team behind me. I believe that's going to help me out and help me stay focused. I know y'all gonna help me stay focused. But that's that. But if you have any more questions about the leaving and the coming back, feel free. But I definitely want to just go ahead and jump into the show while we have your attention. So
Wait a minute. Before you do that,
Mhm.
are you streaming on Facebook too, or just straight?
I believe I should be on both.
Okay, if you're on Facebook, please make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube page. It should be linked on my page, other pages as well, because we are streaming today Facebook, but moving forward, we'll be streaming strictly from our YouTube. We need to build that. So
For sure. Definitely. We are definitely going to pivot to YouTube.
and share the page. Make sure you share the page with your friends, your mama, your daddy, your baby daddy, your best friend, whoever. Share the page.
Yes, our pivot will definitely have to go to YouTube. It doesn't have to, but it just makes
It has
sense.
to.
Yes, it does. Okay, it has to. Yeah, so we will be making the pivot to YouTube. We'll probably do these first couple shows on both, but then we would like to get everybody over into one spot because, like I said, the first go around we were on Twitch, Twitter, going live on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And when you stream that to so many different places, it's like throwing a cookout, but not giving nobody the address of where they can come. So it was just one of those type of situations. So we're going to try to narrow it down, bring everybody into one bundle, and see what we can do with this thing. I'm trying to keep up. Appreciate the Blockworks, Big Wayne.
Where the hell is he at?
I don't know where
I thought his ass was coming out.
Is that Jiggy Piff in the building? What's up, Jiggy? And these shows with us together, I'm gonna try to do them quarterly. Whether we make the trip up here or the team comes down to North Carolina, we're just gonna make it do what it do. So, like I said, tonight's episode. This is May. May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
It's also Mike Cooley's birthday.
So that
I'm not liking this no sound effect shit.
I know, right?
She is at.
I think if I hit it, they'll
Don't
hear
hit
it,
it.
but
Don't-
I'm afraid of it looping,
don't
like
hit
the
it.
song loop. But why?
Turn off.
Yeah. I'm glad you cut that because I'm like, I say mental health awareness. And you talk about my damn birthday.
I'm just
I don't
saying.
even understand why 1 and 2 got to go together.
Because you all mental. Pew, pew,
Tonight's
pew.
relaunch episode is sponsored by Maryland SOAR, an organization focused on mental health support, empowerment, and helping people rebuild and move forward in their lives. So that's marylandsoar.org. Ain't that right, Goody? See how I did that? That was freaking professional, boy. Like that, boy. That's what we trying to do. So moving up into our first segment, we already discussed why we left, and the gap between when we started 2015 and now 2026. So we done been through the C word, which we can't say, and we can't say it because we lost one channel. Getting deep into that, we done been through that. When we had our black president. We had Trump. We had Biden. What else happened? What else happened in shit, since 2015 and now? Like we done been through
A lot.
a lot.
Yeah.
But if we just narrow down to 22 to 26, what is something that y'all saw and it was like, damn, I wish the show was going on.
Oh man, we done missed so much. I couldn't pinpoint it, but I mean, even now, this war that they got going on, gas prices, man,
Hello?
what the hell?
Are we eating or are we putting gas?
Why
on?
gas prices so high?
Bro, by the time I go at a half now. I get to a half and then I fill it up. My stepmother and I, we were all talking about this, and she was saying how it was a thing my father, he was really on. So every now and then I miss it, and I hate going from empty to full because my car only takes premium, which I'll never do that again. But even just coming up here, this trip up here, bro, I spent $80 in gas, and I never let it drop past a half a tank on the way. I ain't never paid that much coming up here in fuel before.
And
$80.
It was crazy because like I got gas on like a Wednesday, put $20 on. You know I'm a Negro, so I put $20. I put $20. I'm only trying to go here to there. I'm not riding around Carmen, San Diego, cruising the city. I'm just here to there. I put $20 in on like a Tuesday, Wednesday. It gave me like a half a tank. I went back maybe that Saturday, that Sunday, put $20 in there, and the damn needle didn't move. I didn't realize gas that went from like one day was like $4.12 to $4.67. I was like, oh hell no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get one of those little scooters like the YNs.
It's it's definitely creeping.
I mean,
super
go ahead.
And super costly to travel. I need to go. I need to work from home. Like that would be the best thing because I would never leave home.
Yeah, save on that gas. I want to know how I can pee in my gas tank and make the gas, make the car run.
Look, you see all those people that were figuring out things to do with gas, and then people would come up and be like, "Now they missing."
Well, the little young dude that took plastic and made plastic like diesel fuel or something.
But he wasn't missing. I think he just kind of took a sabbatical.
Oh yeah.
He came back like, "Yo, I'm good, I'm fine." But
he did come back.
I mean,
but we haven't heard none either.
We haven't heard anything else from him. You talk about like just the things that's been happening between 2022 and 2026. Just for me, I can just think of like the recent stuff. Like, you know, everybody's talking about the Epstein files. We ain't heard nothing else about that. For me,
that's because y'all person trying to hide it.
You're trying to hide it. The latest thing for me, and I've been on it for like 100 and I think she's been missing 109 days or 100.
The old lady from the what's her name's mother? Guthrie's mother.
Guthrie's mother. I can't believe they haven't found that woman yet.
Yeah. From the Today Show or something?
Yeah.
I felt like she just didn't want to go to work and she was just trying to find an excuse to say, my mother missing, I ain't gonna be able to make it for these next 30 days. But
where do you think she's at then? Because she's gone.
I don't think that lady.
She's not alive. She can't be alive.
That lady's still alive. In my mind, I can't. She's old. You don't hurt old people and take them for ransom. Like I can understand taking somebody kid. We all done seen Take It and all them other. You know, you take the kid. You take somebody young. You don't take nobody old. Because if this lady dies while you have her, not only do you got like kidnapped, you got like what, murder, first degree, and all. No, I'm not trying to do 50 years for some little old lady, and all I'm trying to do is get $50,000 in Bitcoin and go on about my business.
Well, one thing they know she's not gonna fight back.
That's true.
That's an easy hostage. Sit over there.
Yeah, and that's what she gonna do.
She
gonna sit over there. Baby, you want some eggs? Like, what's she gonna make you? A potato salad and cakes and pies and shit?
Yeah, but that's definitely a strange.
Ain't heard from the lady.
Not a lot to it, but she's just disappeared, like in thin air.
Thin air.
Just gone.
Back then, you remember they used to have like Colors was losing, City Boys was winning, City Girls was winning. 2026, 2027, 2028, the whites aren't winning. They're taking all kind of L's. The little guy, I guess him and his wife went to the Bahamas and she done fell off the boat.
She
there
fell
we
off
go. Give it to them.
They had just got married though, right?
No, I think they had been married.
Because I think it's another couple that just got married in.
Oh no, that was in Africa. That was the African lady, right? The Tanzanian. Yeah.
That was the content creator.
Crazy.
Yeah. Somebody said P. Diddy.
P. Diddy.
P. Diddy.
I feel like a little bit of that was going on before we left.
R. Kelly went down while we was away.
No, he didn't. I can't even gone.
Bill Cosby and them. We wasn't on the show then.
Yeah, we were.
We were.
Were we?
Yeah.
Y'all talked about Bill the Pill many a
Yeah,
days.
okay, my bad. See, I'm old.
But
Grown folks
Diddy and his
edition.
baby oil happened while we were gone.
Yeah, it started before we left a little bit, whispers, but it jumped off. Yeah, after we left.
Free Diddy.
What?
I ain't mad. I mean, if and we're not even gonna talk about this long. All I'm gonna say is if you're going off basis of what you charge somebody with, I'm not defending anything that may have happened, but if you're gonna say, hey, I'm charging you with this, then you have to prove that in the court of law. If you do not prove exactly what you're charging me for, then yes, I should be let go.
Okay, but obviously they proved something.
Yeah. So what did they charge him with? What
At first it was like trafficking, and I think that got dropped.
they tried to give him like Rico and all that other shit though, right?
But and see, RICO is one of those broad things where like somebody can come in here and charge us with a RICO and say, oh, well, it look like y'all over there talking dope boy talk or something like that. See, Rudy just got a new car. We all going to jail, yo. How you do that, boss?
I stole it.
Yeah.
See? There we go.
You can put your little sign up. Remember that sign you used to have for me? The thoughts and this don't go against Cooley and the gang stuff. Yeah. Stop.
Look, man. So we definitely missed a lot while we weren't exactly working, because this is work. So what happened? What's wrong?
Nothing.
Tania's here for anybody that's on the internet.
I just want to Mr. Good
She's my
come
best
over
friend.
some.
Dirty.
I'm about to call up. Come on, Tania. Let's talk about burnout, because we were talking about that in the beginning. I said I got burnout and frustration.
What about it? What do you want to talk about?
Is there a difference? Or do they kind of
Burnout and frustration?
is there a difference between burnout and frustration?
I think there is a difference between the two, but they can work hand in hand.
I think the frustration
'Cause I'm
is
that
what
at
leads
work.
to the burnout. It's like the extreme frustration would be the burnout. We all get frustrated. I walked in here and you was getting ready to throw the goddamn board across the room because you couldn't get it to sync and link and do what you wanted to do. The burnout part would be like, fuck this show, I'm out.
So that would be frustration.
No, that's what I'm
The
saying. I
first
think
part
the first
was-
part is the frustration. The burnout is the end all to be all. I don't want to do this no more. I'm tired.
I'm tired.
And see, that's what I was hoping you would say that. So everything we just went through, because we've been messing with this board for, it was good, what, almost an hour?
Almost an hour.
Okay. So if I would have got to the point where I'm like, look, we're not doing it today.
That's
Would
not
that-
burnout.
That's what I was saying. So would that me being burnt out because I'm just tired, like I can't get it? Or would that have been more frustrating?
Burnout is me complaining like how I complaining to you.
What y'all say?
Yeah, that's just frustration.
Okay.
Burnout is when you just like I'm like you said, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I can't do this no more. Like I'm over it. I'm out. I'm done. Not I'll be back tomorrow.
But so burnout is permanent?
It can be to the situation.
I mean, I guess you can come back from a burnout. So I guess
You
it
came
wouldn't
back.
be the
We back.
end.
We back.
But if you burn out this time, lose my number. Don't call me. I'm gonna send you that text that I just said, how'd you get who's this? How'd you get my number?
Burnout and checkout?
I think checkout might be the end. Like
Yeah.
checkout is temporary.
Because you can check out for the day.
Mm.
And I think burnout usually lasts. Like it lasts for a period of time. I don't have a timestamp on it, but
On a checkout.
on a burnout.
Okay, so we go on frustration,
Burnout.
burnout,
Checkout.
checkout, and then what's the ultimate fuck it?
Fuck it.
Okay, here we go.
So, okay. All right. So,
Okay.
burnout. Okay. So, just to get Shannon, you're not on your job with the comments. I done already flashed them on the screen.
Okay.
Well, we can tell you one thing that didn't change over the years. She's still running and wearing the pants in this relationship. So,
That's because I'm burnt out.
oh, now we got pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew.
And see, Janae said the opposite. She said she thinks burnout is the accumulation of things that lead to the frustration. And I think most people think it's the other side.
That
So it's got to be something
Like,
before frustration. Then,
Things,
like,
am I gonna get fired one time?
uh,
Look, I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated to the point that now I'm starting to feel burnt out where I am. That I'm starting to look for something else because where I am is burning me out. I'm tired. I don't enjoy it no more. I don't want to do that no more. So now I'm trying to pivot to find something else because of all the frustration that led to my burnout. So that's the way I look at the two different things.
So I think frustration is a cause and burnout is a symptom. So I'm so frustrated that now I'm just burnt out. Like I'm done with it. Even if it's just for a moment. I mean, you may come back like you said already, but I think it's just accumulation of shit. Accumulation of stuff.
you put your 50 cent in the sweat drawer.
So we don't get canceled.
I'm not saying that we can't curse.
I'm
but
$20 in already, Rudy. Put your 50 cent in.
I spent a lot of time during the build up to us coming back watching old episodes. And it was kind of like watching Eddie Murphy Raw. Sure, you know, like watching Raw. It was like watching Eddie Murphy Raw.
It wasn't that bad.
It was.
It wasn't that bad.
People that will literally be like, they need you to just come and drop the F-bomb.
It wasn't that bad. All right, I won't use the F-bomb this much this time.
The guy with the white beard, that's the professor. He said they agree with white beards.
Damn.
Damn.
That shit do look white on the camera. I ain't gonna lie to you. When I take pictures and I see it, I'm like, oh my God, my joint is terrible now.
That is the professor. And when we started in 2015, he didn't even have a beard. So
Neither did you. Pew, pew, pew. I'm here for all the shit tonight, baby.
I really want to hit one of these sound effect buttons, but I'm not trying to crash the whole system. All right, so on the whole burnout, frustration, and checkout, and and F it. That's a shirt.
F it.
No.
Bruh.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Don't be giving me no extra.
I think that frustration and F it are emotions.
All right, let's say it this way. Application wise.
that one's for the professor.
Application between what, checking out and burning out?
Mm-hmm.
And F it.
I mean, because they're all the same. They're all in the same group. So it's like saying, what's the difference between being sad and unhappy? They all fall in the same. They fall in the same group of an emotion. So it's kind of hard to say what's the difference because it's gonna be applied differently to different people. But it's the same. It's the same thing. It's one line of stuff. One thing happens, you respond this way. Then the next thing happens, then you respond this way, but they're all within the same line. I really don't think one is more extreme than the other. I think they're all just accumulation of something. And truth be told, most of the time, you're really not frustrated about the board, truthfully. I mean, just for an example, you're not frustrated about the board. You're frustrated about everything. One of my homeboys was talking about how it's so hard to pivot in life because of all the distractions.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's so much stuff going on, such as the gas, such as prices of food, such as, just normal everyday activity. So something like the board, which got your focus, might seem like it's an issue, but had you not had to pay $100 to fill up your tank, that wouldn't even be an issue. It would be something you just be like, you know what? Let me sit back for a minute. Matter of fact, let me go get a drink. I'm gonna come back. It wouldn't have been that big of a deal. But it's just a whole lot of stuff just piling on. Then finally you just be like, yo, I'm done with this, man. Have you realized that even at work now, easy tasks that you used to be able to perform and get through, that you take it in in portions. So you might have to do, let's say you had to write a paragraph on something. You might write 2 sentences and walk away, or get in your phone and do something else as a distraction. That's because your mental battery is being absorbed by so much stuff now that it's so hard to stay focused on one task and complete that task in a moment. Like it's just too much. And that's one of the reasons why I get off social media periodically, because I realize that it's so hard to focus on all of the things that I need to do and still entertain social media. Because not my social battery, but my mental battery is absorbed with stuff, just everything day to day. You go to work, got to deal with that. You got your feet balled up in your shoes because you don't want your supervisor to walk by and say something. Yeah, God forbid you go 10 miles over the speed limit. Now you got a $400 ticket or some craziness. Then I'm gonna tell you something slick they did on 695 if you noticed it. So one part of 695 is 55 miles an hour. Right after that, it's 45. So $60 ticket. So if you don't realize that it changed from 55 to 45, you cook, and they're gonna always put them in those construction zones. Yeah, so it's like little stuff like that, consistent little things like that make you be like, then you go home. You might have issues with your family, whether it's your significant other, your children, whatever. You might have something break down on your car, and it's that. Then the traffic is always crazy, or at least that's how we perceive it. But the reality is, we always late for everything. So because we late for everything, we think everybody driving slow. You know what I mean? If you was on time, you wouldn't have to worry about that. You know, so it's just one thing after another. That's all.
That makes sense to me.
Can we get an amen? So we've moved on and now we're here. So segment 2, I'm sorry, what grown looks like now.
I hate it.
What did the time away from doing this? Because I'm gonna tell you, when we started doing this was like a therapy thing for me. Like y'all coming to the basement, we getting together and all of it, we just talking, we kicking it. It was like therapy for me. And I enjoyed it. So I don't know what it was like for y'all when we would do this, but what did the silence teach you? Like, all right, well, Friday, you got your Friday night back, what did that period of silence teach you? But now you're just watching and not really commenting like in this sort of platform on things.
So for me, I always was doing stuff like, I try to continue to go places and be out. And I used to have a saying, and I still say it. I just don't say it out loud to people. Might sound corny to you, but it's money moves, broke people stay still, right? And the reason why I say that is because people have this illusion in their mind that I should just stay home and not interact because I'm safer there. Well, the honest truth about that is, if you want to get out of the situation that you're in, you got to get out. You got to talk to people. You got to interact with people. You got to be in rooms where people that are doing something are. If you're not there, then where are you going to meet them at? If you're going to work, 9 times out of 10, you're probably not going to meet them there because they're doing the same thing as you. They're working just like you're working, right? So you gotta figure out, where can I go to bump into these people to potentially put myself in a better position, if that's what you want. Now, if that's not what you want, then this conversation doesn't apply. If you're comfortable with the 9 to 5 and that's your thing, then cool. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But like I said, for me, I've always been trying to do stuff. I've always been out and about. And
so you ain't cared that we wasn't doing the show no more. You was happy to get your Friday night.
I never really lost it, honestly.
Oh yeah, because you would leave and then just not show up.
Right.
Not the right.
Yeah.
He's a very honest man. I can't take that from him. I mean,
but I mean,
both of them are honest to a fault. Like,
I'll tell you what. One thing I did, I did kind of wish they were still around. Like good conversations, me and G going back and forth about different things. I mean, honestly, so G would come at it from a different perspective,
Mhm.
but it still forced me to be able to know what I was talking about. Because if I didn't know what I was talking about, he was going to challenge it, and I would have to either make up something that sound convincing. You know, this lady told me something. I was telling a whole lie. I had to come up with a story for present a story for my job. I told a whole lie, right? They told me just make it up. The lady said, "I really believe you." I said, "Yeah, because I talk like I really know what I'm talking about. Ain't none of that happened, right?" So I either had to do that or really know what I was talking about. And you know, with the mighty phone now, if I'm wrong, you can say, "Hold up, yo, that's not what it said, yo. This said this right
Go
here."
right to it.
You know, so
So you happy with any potential female out there knowing you're a liar?
all up, we all are.
The shotgun. Where the
all
shotgun at?
Well, that what
Damn.
So,
But look, here's the thing.
no, he said he's a good liar, and you get on me for lying all the
So,
time.
but hold
I
on.
just
You're
want-
not a good liar though.
Hold on. So check this out. Check this out. I'm gonna tell you something that you should always remember. I told you I talk like I know what I'm talking about, right? Right?
That's the wind up. Yeah.
Okay. Don't try to use this, nobody. Just remember I said it. It's only a lie if you don't believe it. Now don't just think about it for a second. It's only a lie if you don't believe it. You like that?
I do like that.
I do like that. I do like that. I need that on a t-shirt.
I don't commit to believing what I say. I don't commit.
Mike is a terrible liar.
Okay.
As long as you believe it, it's the truth.
Hey.
So what about you, G? The silence. What did the silence show you?
The silence for me, and not to get a big head about it, Mike. You say it was therapy for you. I think looking back at it, them Friday nights was therapeutic for me as well. Just the laugh, the jokes, the interaction, the conversations with me and the professor. And we stayed at it about something. Rudy go left, I go right. Rudy go right, I go left. We was never in the middle with any fucking thing. It was nothing that we agreed on. You know, so at the end of the day, that was gone for me. So I did do a lot of, you know, trying to regroup and recoup the magic that we had. I did a couple different podcasts. They were great. They were good, but it was nothing like the magic that we had. I remember the first day we did this, it was in the dining room. And even though I known y'all for thousands of years, I was nervous as hell that first night we was doing it. We was sitting there trying to figure out what we was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And it took us like, I think Shannon was cooking and we was ragging on her about cooking and she was supposed to be at the table.
It was probably spaghetti.
And so I mean, you talk about nervous and jitters. You'd have thought people were like really looking at us like we was on TV. And here it is, just a group of friends sitting at the dining room table shooting
What's up,
the shit. So it was cool. But the silence for me and what does grown up look like growing up and being I hate it. It's the worst fucking feeling in the world. We were never prepared for this as kids. Growing up, you saw like the Huxtables and, you know, Cliff Huxtable goes and he goes to work and he goes in the basement, got his little office, he touches on a couple of vaginas, delivers a couple babies.
Who knew?
Right, you know what I'm saying? She was a lawyer. She went and did her lawyer thing.
Right.
The
She set
kids-
them up.
Yeah, the kids was bad as shit. You know what I mean? He came home. But in the midst of all that, you never saw him like really yell, never really screamed. I think Theo, he might have got like the one punishment I could think of when, you know, wanted him to move out. But just even and then you think about your kids now, my son bad as shit. You go in there, he can drop the cereal all on the floor, he don't clean it up, you gotta whoop his ass. You know? Just like life ain't what it is on TV or what we've seen. And growing up in a household with my mother and my father, you know, even then, like we wasn't bad kids. I wasn't fucking stealing my parents' car, coming home and get my ass whipped. But
Mike.
so life has just been, it's been quiet with nothing else. With everything that's going on in the news, not having somebody to talk to. The professor don't answer his phone anymore.
I know you're not trying to say that.
Yeah, I shoot him a text, he'll text me back, but he don't answer the phone the first go round.
okay.
But yeah, again, like, you know, just not having the outlet to have something on your mind and being able to get it off your chest and speaking to people. Mike will answer the phone, but Mike always calls me about some bullshit. Can you go get my mother trash cans? The fuck? You know, it ain't never no intellectual shit no more.
Shannon, what did the silence teach you? My mother looking for you too.
Wait, I got them. I got the trash can.
On your Instagram.
Oh man, we're not even friends. You showed it to her, didn't you?
What's silence?
So what did the period? What did the period of silence teach
That's what I'm
you?
saying.
Just without the show,
silence?
you
There
know,
was no silence for me. is my
Oh
point.
yeah, well, not with me. There was.
Yeah, there was no silence for me. Because
we still had our own little
on a
Cooley The Gangs
different
in the kitchen.
That's we have our conversations, but like Rudy, but on a whole different spectrum. I'm constantly on the go, working my business and working and doing all the things. So
That's what you call a humble brag.
shut up. Grab your glam, okay? But so for me, I didn't have those, I guess, moments of silence.
You filled it with
Other things. Yeah, I filled it with other things. And then, like I said, we didn't have this platform, but you and I still talk a lot about everyday things. We debate, we argue. I get mad at you because you don't listen.
like real mad, like
Yeah, I don't want to talk
like
to you.
upset, like
because
upset.
my husband is heartless. Okay, my husband is heartless.
No,
So
you said I have
conversations with him.
I have no empathy.
You empathy. You heartless. Say
I have no empathy.
Okay.
And she agreed with you.
Okay, and thank you. Thank you very much. So I don't even really like having these conversations.
That's a
with
whole
him.
nother show. Like
Exactly. So, but it was filled with those things. So there really was no silence. As far as what does adulthood look like?
What does grown look like?
Grown
now?
look like? G, I don't like it. You know, Lord. That don't mean take me, because I love my life, but it's like G said, it's like when our parents sheltered us from so many things that we didn't see growing up, and then we're just like getting hit, smacked left and right with things. Is like, what the hell? One of my biggest things is raising my mother now. Watching my mother, being a caregiver. Those things are hard. Those things that you're not expecting, you got to do, but you're not looking forward to or expecting to do or expecting so soon. So, yeah, being an adult looks real different. It's heavy at times. But I wouldn't trade it. I guess I wouldn't trade it because...
Trade it for what? Shit, I would. Give me 12. I want to be 12 all over again. Give me 19. Give me 19. Give me 99. I mean, 90, 93. Give me like 1993. I want to be that.
Yeah, I mean,
give me that.
But yeah, so that's what it looks like.
I wouldn't want to be 13. Heavy. Look, give me 13 then. I don't want to be 13 now. Like to be a 13-year-old kid now.
Yeah, it's different.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, our 13 is different than 13 now.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Give me that.
Yeah, it's not. Our 13 is not the same as 13 in 2026 though.
I saw a story, not to switch off. I saw a story in Owens Mills. A little 13-year-old girl got beat up by her classmates at Pikesville Middle. Beat the girl unconscious in the house with no adults. Like the police came, there was no adults. I think the youngest might have been 12, the oldest might have been 14. That's what I say. I wouldn't want to be 12, 13 now. Like I remember my mother wouldn't let you in the house. Like if my mother wasn't home, don't have nobody in the house.
Exactly.
If your grandmother came and knocked on the door, she better call my mother first and talk to my mother before I let her ass in the house. But to be a kid now, I wouldn't want to be a kid now. I would love to be a kid back then. Being an adult now, like they say there's no blueprint for having babies and shit like that. There was no blueprint for being an adult. You just winging it, and like you said, that shit get heavy real quick. The frustration, the burnout, the crash out, the fuck it's, they like once every other hour. As an adult, you know what I mean? As a kid, you get frustrated. You like, fuck it, I'm going home. Take my ball back. Then tomorrow, y'all friends again. You know what I mean? Not now. Fuck you. Give me my ball. Take my car. Give me my house. I don't want to do it.
But that's where community is so important for mental health. Because the crash outs, the burnouts, going through those things alone, that's a terrible place
And like,
to be in, especially nowadays.
especially now, today, I mean, mental health month is like a joke. It should be like mental health year. Like, you know, they gave us the colors, the smallest month for Black History. Like, mental health is something that should be
That people
addressed all the
every day.
time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely right.
People crashing out and burning out over, like, I wouldn't say the simplest thing, like the ultimate. Like, you know, I lost my mother back in 2023. I lost my mom on a Sunday. I lost my sister 12 hours later on a Monday. I lost my uncle 12 hours later on a Tuesday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. December 3rd, December 4th, December 5th of 2023. I lost the major artery, my heart, my mom. My mom was my everything. To this day, I struggle with it. You know what I mean? Like, it's my mother, somebody I came from, and it was I'm a part of her in an essence. So at any given moment, it could be like a fuck it moment. You know what I mean? Like, you never know what nobody's dealing with. And like, that mental shit is really, really heavy. It's hard. And it's, not having nobody to talk to is key. Like, Mike always tells me, "Oh, you need to go to therapy." I don't want to go to therapy. I talk to you. So I call Mike. It's free.
Like he said, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and tonight's episode is sponsored by Maryland SOAR, an organization focused on mental health support, empowerment, and helping other people rebuild and move forward in their lives. And we'll have a representative from there come up before the end of the show, because he got me some cigars, so I'm gonna let him talk. And he my dog. But yeah, I mean, this I already knew. I knew the places that this first episode could go when I started putting it together and just talking about it. Because I mean, like y'all said, I mean, burnout. What we say, burnout. Effort,
Check out. Frustration.
I mean,
And then crash out.
you're seeing it more and more that people are burning out, effort, and checking out.
Yeah.
Who?
Crash out. Until G just said it, we didn't really talk about
Crash out.
Like,
and people are crashing. Like, I mean,
and that crash out is crazy. I mean, they're killing people.
Yeah,
all of that.
Having somebody to talk to, I will always be a proponent of that. I have not always been. I think it wasn't until, it's not usually until you find yourself in a place that you go to a place.
Mm-hmm.
And then my wife will start not to like me too. So I had to go talk to somebody. So yeah.
Whatever works.
Yeah. I mean, anybody, you want to talk to me? And I mean, the people that I grew up with, I got a village, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think we all are each other's village, and it's always been that. I don't see a group of, and I'm talking about Black men at this point in time. I don't see a group of Black men like the dudes I have in my corner that I've known all my life. So since we all grew up together. I'm talking middle school. So if I'm going left, they pulling me right. If I'm going right, they pulling me left. So I think it's about accountability and having people around you, that you can trust and feel safe to open up to. This guy here, be careful opening up to Sean, am I lying? You gotta be careful when you call the professor. Yeah, don't call Rudy the professor unless you want the blunt truth. 7 a.m. calls. So you gotta know your circle, and you know what you're gonna get. So I know who to reach out to. When certain things, and like that's why I call G, and I tell G to call me.
But I just want to kind of just circle back real quick, because something you said specifically about
I want to drink
the Black men. Like, Nick. I don't think that, well, not peeking through the windows, that is touched on as much as it needs to be, because
What is that? Because do Black men like?
So I say this.
There's a stigma.
I don't think it's there no more. Well, them old.
Stop lying, because you said you won't even go to therapy.
No, real talk.
You just said you won't go to therapy.
I don't want to go to therapy because I'm cheap and I got a Mike Cooley that I can call and I can get the same results. Like, if you want me to come and lay on y'all couch, I'll come and lay on your couch if y'all want me just to come lay on the couch and let him fake like.
Quit.
Yeah, but I mean, even then,
Well, you can't quit therapy.
You can.
I think we all need therapy is whatever. I guess you can make it. Like if you just talking to somebody is therapy. Going to the gym is like therapy. Drinking alcohol ain't therapy, but it make you feel good. It make you feel good. You know what I mean? You want to do a little cocaine? It's not therapy, but it might make you feel good.
See,
But
this is the part where I put the sign up, like
again,
the thoughts of.
I don't think as black men now, I think we talk more than my father would have did. I don't think my father had ever said anything to nobody. You know what I mean? He probably went and drank a beer, sat downstairs and turned the lights out and just
fumed.
That was it, you know. But now, like again, his three guys at the table, we can honestly say, I'm sure everybody in the room, we can call each other and at least talk about something. You know what I mean? And even the feelings, like I'm not talking about being in love, but I mean a feeling, just an emotion. We all can sit around and have a grown folks conversation that they didn't do back then. So I don't think that stigma is still on there as far as black men don't do therapy. I mean,
y'all just do therapy differently.
It's a little differently now. You know what I mean? We call it fellowship. Then let's call it fellowship.
But whoever you talking to, what happened?
He said that's why y'all going to Tampa.
Oh yeah, but I think whoever, if you do have an outlet of somebody you're talking to, they have to know at what point it's too much for them, and it does need to be handled by somebody else.
Absolutely, I'm sure. Then I call the professor.
No, I mean
at least he gonna lie to me. And I'm gonna believe that shit because professor just told me. As long as you believe,
it's true.
Yeah, there you go.
But I mean, they whoever you're talking to would have to know when
their capacity.
And they would have to pass it on.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I'm a proponent of just talk. Like, I mean, talk to somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a big proponent of talk to somebody.
So
but Linnea said that's trauma dumping.
Oh.
Yeah.
What, telling?
No, like instead of you going to the professional who gets paid, but you dumping it all on your friend instead.
I agree with that too.
Depending on them for everything that you go through.
That's trauma
dumping. Okay.
So if y'all can,
so as long as I get paid, it ain't trauma dumping. What the fuck? Like, wait a minute. No, wait a minute.
For you to dump your trauma.
No, I would, and not only that. So I've never been to therapy, but in my mind, I just feel like, what the fuck they gonna tell me that's gonna make me feel better? Besides, give me this cocaine or a prescription for some cocaine, and then send me on my way.
Okay,
I mean,
let me just repeat, just in case you didn't hear what was said. Tania said. She said she thinks just because you talk to your friend doesn't make it trauma dumping, unless you go to your friend for everything. Like you constantly run into that person, spilling everything, giving all your problems. You're not taking into consideration what they may be going through or how it may be affecting them. In that situation is trauma dumping. She was her comment.
I remember
for
watching.
Those who don't know, we have a few people here watching live tonight, and I'll get a mic and let them ask some questions in a second, so we won't have to misconstrue their words.
I remember watching The Sopranos, and Tony Soprano talked to that woman. That woman didn't help him with shit. Tony went and
I think she did help.
No, whatever. Tony was still sleeping on women on his wife, and Tony was still Tony at the end of the day.
Sleeping with her? No, he was daydreaming.
She didn't give him no answers for nothing. He was
at that point making a conscious decision.
Oh man,
to do what
this is real life, sir.
So the thing about therapy is it's like dating. Every therapist, just because they have a license, is not the right one.
Absolutely. There you go. All right, that's cool. So
you have to figure that out. And what I've learned is, you really want a clinical therapist. You want a therapist that's going to give you some homework to do. And when you come back, you're supposed to have completed certain tasks. And if you haven't completed those tasks, then there's really nothing for y'all to talk about on that particular day.
And I can dig that. Now I'll understand. I can understand that aspect, but just to go and sit with somebody on the couch I
think that's a waste of time. and that's one of the reasons why I stopped going to the therapist I was going to, because that's what it was. They just wanted to hear my story. She might have been writing a book or something.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So
that's trauma dumping then, right? Oh no. I'm just trying to figure out.
That's trauma stealing.
Yeah.
and resources that you use to start where you are and find a resolution to the issue at hand, and then work those resources and tools. And that's a true therapist. To Professor's point, if you're just going to trauma dump and just, and put your feet up and all that, that's not therapy. You just talking shit.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And that's I think that's how a lot of us see it. You know what I mean? Like there for somebody that's never been to therapy, and when you watch therapy on different television shows, yeah,
That's TV. That's what I keep saying.
that's what, yeah, absolutely. So I think that's what we see when Mike says, "Oh, you need to go to therapy." In my mind, for me, therapy is just going in there and talking to somebody.
But that does work for some people.
For some people, that's why I say I can just talk to
You
Mike.
need a relief.
But I'm gonna tell you this, in all honesty, if you're gonna do that, I'm not saying don't call Mike, but I'm gonna tell you something better that you could do. With the way that the world is now, turn your Chat GPT on.
I've yet to use Chat GPT.
I'm gonna tell you what.
I'm gonna tell you about
It'll give you some therapeutic answers because it's designed to be able to respond to your questions in a way that you need to hear it in that moment. Over a period of time, it will tailor to whatever it is that's going on with you particularly. And what you'll find is it gets more and more in tune with who you are as an individual. So if you're gonna do that, if you're just gonna talk, if that's all it is, just talking, then you can do it with ChatGPT. ChatGPT will also give you some homework to do too, and you come back with that homework, and it'll follow up on the homework. Now, I'm not pushing ChatGPT. I'm just saying that those things are a possibility if talking is your thing. I will say this though. Though we don't have the same structures as our fathers, and I agree with you. The men of the past definitely didn't talk. Like, but I don't know if you were there when my father came to the last thing that the last conversation joint I had. But we were talking about emotions and about how men don't want to share their emotions. And I'm trying to think the exact words that he used. He said something like it sounds like y'all got a little too much estrogen. It was something like that, right? It was something along those lines, right? And what I said to him was, with the exception of probably two people that was in the room, which was him and one other person, I probably done more than most of the people in here, so it's not a matter of being feminine or weak because you share your emotions. It's a matter of men have emotions, and we've suppressed them for a long time. Remember that whole frustrated, crash out, check out thing? That's why those things happen. That's a part of the reason why men was beating their wives back in that time frame, because they had no outlet. Who else they gonna talk to? You're not gonna tell your wife that the white man at your job, mistreated you today or kicked you in your ass. You're gonna tell her that because you don't want her to look at you a certain way. So you're gonna keep that on the wraps, but it's still bothering you inside. It don't stop the fact that it happened. Something I've been planning on doing. I don't think I shared it with anybody. Well, I shared it with a couple people because I wanted to try to figure out where I could do it. But I've been wanting to do I was gonna call it Sunday dinner. And what I wanted to do was I just wanted to get all men, maybe 10 at the most, to just come out. I was gonna have like a craft cocktail, nothing major, just some basic food and just fellowship. It wasn't about talking about anything particular. It wasn't about you gotta say anything. You just there. Build some connections. If you can potentially find somebody that you can connect with and start communicating with, then fine. If you can't, fine. But I think that'd be good for men to do. And the thing about it is,
safe space.
Men, the thing about it is, as much as men don't want to give women credit for what they're doing and what they have been doing, women been doing stuff like this. Them brunches that they be doing for each other, and you look online and they done made little cups with shrimp in it and a little fork in it and mimosas and shit like that. What you think they doing? They going in there, they unloading, man. This is what's going on in my life.
Absolutely.
This is what happened, whatever. She meet this girl, next thing you know, and I mean, I've done that for other. I've done that for women before, but I've never done that with a group of guys. And I think that it's time for that. And I have criteria that I want it to be like. Like you got to wear a suit and tie. And there's a reason for that. It's not because I want to see you dressed up. I don't care about that. But I want you to be serious. I want you to have a good time, but I want you to be serious. Come here a certain way. If you can't come that way, that's fine. It's not for you. That's all. Yeah. But I mean, I'll let you know when that comes
I
around.
think that's a dope idea.
All right, let's get some comments out the room. So Pasha is giving us some good ones. So she says, friends aren't always trained to look at things from a bird's eye point of view and able to help you break things down in segments. You're just getting your friend's point of view. She also came back with, but you have to give it but you have to give it the full truth, whereas most people don't. A human can tend to see through holes and help you break through things you may have
She's talking about
suppressed.
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the chat. She's responding to ChatGPT on that.
I just couldn't get to her comments quick enough.
Yeah.
So
But I like that because it feels like a safe space. And I think that's part of the problem for a lot of men, not all men, that they don't feel like they have a safe space to be emotionally free.
well, the safe space might not be the healthiest because my safe space is my garage. And if I sit out there long enough, my
No, but
liver is gonna
that's
quiver.
different. I'm talking about amongst a group of
Oh yeah, in a group, yeah.
of other men. And then there's also, if we're being real, the stigma behind it. You do something like that, and the first thing you're gonna hear somebody say is what? Oh, that's gay.
Yeah.
So
Do they do that now still? Is that a thing?
what?
I don't know if that's still a thing though.
Nah, it is. It is.
It
It is.
it's still a thing.
It might be. It might be.
Or something
I
like
think
that.
that what Rudy's doing is he's trying to break that stigma and build that safe space for men to be able to, you know, be emotionally free. So I like that.
All right, so we're gonna put a bow on that one and try to make our way down to the next thing. So based upon everything that we said and everything we've talked about, so do you think when it comes to burnout, crash out, I'm getting frustrated with the board and all of that, do people quit too early or stay too long?
It depends on what we're talking about. So I think a lot of times our pride makes us stay longer than we should. I think ego plays a big part in what we do. I remember when I was in LA and I was telling somebody that I didn't like flying. And one thing that she said was, the next time you get on a plane, ask yourself, is it really a problem with flying or is it a problem with your ego because you don't have control, right? I think a lot of times that's what it is. I think it's more of an ego issue than it is a real problem. We don't want to give up because we feel like we failed somewhere. Put too much time in, put too much money in. And sometimes we already know. We know that it's time to let shit go. I mean, let stuff go.
Yeah, I definitely was going to say the same thing. A lot of times the staying part is because people don't like to feel like they failed. You hear that a lot in marriages. Even though you're supposed to fight for your marriage, but when you get to the point when you know, like there's no turning around. I've heard people. One of the things that I've heard people say is, I hate that I failed in this marriage, or you know what I mean, like in that, like it's the failure, feeling like a failure in a situation. So they stay for the persona, the look from the outside of what it looks like by me staying, versus me having to feel like you looking at me like a failure.
So a person like that, do they incorporate that in their everyday life or only their relationships, you think? Is this like a trait?
It can definitely be a trait. It definitely can be a trait because it can also fall in the workplace. Like, you know, it's time to go, you know, but you're comfortable. So you stay. But also, I mean, so it can be a trait, like, but on the flip side, we also hear on the flip side that people be like, oh, one little thing, and you like, I'm out. Oh, I don't like the way he dressed today. I'm out. Oh, who my boss talking to? I'm out.
Out like going to lunch or just out?
No, I'm done. I quit. I'm gone.
That's on. She too loud. That's it. It's over.
Yeah, we already know.
Quit fast.
Yeah.
So, and I think it's kind of a little of both, depending upon the person.
So the professors are quit too early.
I'm you know what? And for real, I'll say this: yes and no. I'm at a point in my life now where it's not just that. It's more than that.
Okay.
You know, somebody else said to me before, you really ain't like that person. And that's really what it is. Like a lot of people, I'm not gonna say a lot of people, some people I just don't really care for. It's not that they're a bad person, they're just not the person for me. So when I find something or I see something that I know is just, I don't even really want to stick around, I just go ahead and just, remove myself from that situation.
That's just the reason you use to get out of it.
There you go. That sounds good. I like that. Yeah, I ain't gonna say. I'm not gonna say too much. I know one of them is watching, and I'm not talking about my old boo thing. So I ain't talking about you.
I know what you talking about.
G.
Do people quit too early or stay too long?
I don't know if there's a real answer to that question. I guess it's all in the person and the situation. I'm always the situational motherfucker. If it ain't right, when it ain't right, and you leave, you can only determine the time of how long you put into it, if it's right or if it's wrong. You get there and it ain't right, you leave. You go home, you don't go back. If it's something that if it's something that you can stomach for a little bit longer and it's working for right now and the shit break down, you leave, you go get something else. So I don't know. I mean, everything's got a situation to it. Sometimes I think we do stick around for some shit too long. You know what I mean? Some of us have been on our job 20, 30 years and we hated every damn day of it, but you still there. Why? You trying to get the retirement, you trying to get that pension. Once it's over, you know what I mean? You're going to be set. You got a couple of dollars. You can't just leave. Some of us have been on some jobs where you walked in on a Monday, Friday, it was fucking, I'm going home. It was fucking Friday. You ain't never looked back. So marriage, relationship, same thing. Some of y'all have been married for 30, 40, 50 years and hated every day of it. You got there, one day you had a good day, the next day was horrible. She couldn't cook. You didn't marry her for cooking, but you stuck around for 30, 40 years and y'all still doing it. Y'all had some good times in between and it was something that, you held on to.
You better pick a better time to clean the damn.
Some people that got married, they was married for 30 days, got it annulled, and they was gone. So it's just it's the person. Like again, sometimes we just stay too long. Sometimes we ain't stay long enough. Absolutely.
Yeah. One thing that Herb said to me one day, and we was talking about somebody I was dealing with at the time. He said, "Yo, you won't leave a situation until you're 100% dissatisfied." He said, "Yo, you could be 99% dissatisfied. You'll find that 1% reason to stay."
And that might have been, she might have tooted her ass up one time for my birthday, and I remember that shit, and I've been trying to get back to it.
Man,
now you know what I mean.
Back to it.
That is, I ain't got back to it yet, but it might come around.
I'm talking about a handstand.
Yeah, listen, that's what I mean. It might come around. I got a birthday coming up, and that might be it.
That's what it is too. That's exactly what it is.
Absolutely. So 99%, I wholeheartedly agree with that. You got to be 100% checked out.
Yeah.
Like,
well, people will play on you. People in whether it's relationships or work, people can sense when something may be coming, and they will use your weaknesses against you. Like, hey, here's a raise.
Mm-hmm.
Or, and we stick around. Now you here for another 20. Now you here for another 10 years.
Here go a new Birkin bag. Like people will use what they can against you.
You passing out Birkin bags?
No, I ain't passing.
I was just checking.
I don't even know why that was the first bag that popped in my head. Just sounded good. But people will use that against you. So how do you?
You can't.
You can. You gotta know you. You gotta know your limits. So if you done, be done. Don't let don't let your greed, because that's what that is.
I don't know if it's greed. So even on your job, like he said, on your job, you've been there 10 years, you're tired. Keisha worked for the same company. She making 33, you making 31. The job says, well, go out there and shop it. You go out there and shop it, and they ain't trying to match it. Your job come back and say, all right, well, we'll give you 34. Do you leave or do you stay?
How tired and frustrated are
Fuck
you?
the frustration. I'm going to do the same job somewhere else for the same money.
Not always the answer, though.
It's not the same thing. Okay, the Birkin
bag.
bag. Big Daddy ain't got no money. Big Dick got money. Do you go to Big Daddy or do you go to Big Dick? I'm just saying.
I tried my best. I really did. I tried.
I'm just saying.
I tried my best.
What is it? What is it? And like every even when you think about it as a kid, you remember you go over your little friend house, Angie got popsicles. You know what I mean? You go over here and Andre got lollipops. I want a popsicle. I'm going over here. So it's the enticing that you saying, to keep you around.
All right. Well, Aaron has a good comment on what you said. He says, quit too early or stick around too long. All about the expectations and goals set at the start of the journey. So that speaks to what you're saying. Like if your goal was more money and that was it, then
you stay.
I think your goals along the journey change. They change as you're walking.
As you get older,
change.
You know what I mean? I got 3 kids. I need the more money. Yeah. I got no kids. Fuck the money. You know what I mean?
But is my mental health and my anguish worth a $2 extra?
So I think a lot of times that we
but people do chase the money
on the back burner. Like sometimes it don't be about your mental health. I look at some police officers, like that job for me is a crazy job. I mean, you go out there and some shit go wrong, you and your partner gets shot and killed. You still gotta go to work in a couple. I mean, they probably gonna give you a little time to be off, but you gotta go back to work and do the same thing all over again. Like some jobs, it just ain't the hazard. I guess it should be more hazard pay for hazardous things, or whatever's gonna be, or your mental. Like some jobs is just like, if you flipping burgers and shit, anybody can go flip a burger.
Yeah, I think it just boils down to what's priority for you at that time, whether you stay too long, or you leave too early.
All right, we got another comment in our room.
A lot of it go based off of unspoken expectations. Right there.
Unspoken expectations. You got to set the boundaries in the beginning. Yeah, shit. But also what y'all just said also touched on. The next thing I was going to ask was, does growth require leaving people behind?
Hell yeah. Everybody can go. Everybody can go.
As much as we want to take everybody with us, everybody can.
What you drinking, y'all? What you drinking, man?
Water.
Old fashioned.
That's all you want?
Oh, old fashioned. I'm sorry.
Bruh.
This nigga slow.
Jeez. We ain't never gonna get another sponsor. So does growth require leaving people behind?
Oh yeah. Sometimes the people that
I can't. Y'all really jumped on that. Like, I mean, like it was
there's a lot of people that are carrying people that are actually weights. They're holding them down. They're keeping them from elevating. Like your friend group, your family. Sometimes they are the people that are keeping you in one spot, no growth, because you feel like you got to take them along the way, and you get them, you move up, you take them with you, and them same little hood Negroes are the ones that done messed up everything you don't work so hard for. Everybody can go.
Yeah, I think everybody
can go.
I think you just gotta know your group and who you're taking and who you're not taking. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of times we do take people that we don't need. And then some people that you take that you really don't need now that you might need later. Even in your growth, you know what I mean? Like, I saw something, I think it was Michael Vick, they was asking Michael Vick about the money. Michael Vick was like, what if you go in the back room and you find $2 million and you come back out and the guys you was with, you're not going to give them no money. You just found it. You know what I mean? And you take, you saw what happened with him with the dog fighting and everything, and then it was over.
That's what happens when you take everybody.
You take everybody with you. But at the same time, I might have to take little Andre with me because I might need Andre to break into this girl house and, tear her house up. I might need him. I can't take Rudy. Rudy not gonna break in the house with me, but Andre will. So I gotta, you know your audience. I mean, you gotta know your group. Everybody can't go. My homeboy Desi always said less is most, and I mean, I really believe that. Everything ain't for everybody either. So
If you remember, when Truck came to the show, came with his mom, and he came with all those guys. I don't know if you remember what I said, but what I told him is, I said, yo, you came in here with a whole group of people. I said, more than likely, when you get to a certain place, those people not gonna be with you. It's not because you don't love them. It's just that they just can't go. Man, that's just how it works out. You want certain things for your life. Everybody around you doesn't want the same thing. They might want the same look, but they don't want the same thing. And they're not trying to go on a journey. They're not trying to walk with you. They want to be there when you get there. So you may have to put them to the side and let them go. And let them find their own way in life. And that's okay. Again, it doesn't mean you love them any less. It's just sometimes you have to let people walk on their own while you walk on your own. Otherwise, you won't go. I always talk to people about traveling, right? And I've been hearing a lot of females talk about going on solo, traveling solo.
I was just
right?
talking about this earlier today.
I travel by myself all the time. I tell people one time, and I don't ask.
One time.
He ain't lying.
I'm going to Tulum.
lying.
I'm gonna tell you once. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. I'm going to Tulum. All right, I'm trying to go. Okay, cool. I'm gonna grab my ticket tomorrow. I grab my ticket tomorrow. I'm not bringing it up again.
He ain't.
We done with the conversation. The next time we have a discussion about it, yo, what you got going this weekend? Oh shit, I'll be in Tulum. Yo, I remember you said that. Yo, why you didn't remind me? Yo, I'm not reminding you about that. Yo, I told you already. And my thing about that is, it's okay that you're not interested in doing other stuff. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to allow you to steal my joy in what I want to do. I'm going to tell you, if you want to come, come. If you don't, fine. But I'm not going to keep having that conversation, because what I realized about people is the more you talk about something that you want to do, they have a tendency to steal your joy, because what they're going to do is they're going to project all the stuff or the reasons why they don't want to go. And you start evaluating, you know what? You're right, yo. It ain't that serious. I should just chill right here. No, I ain't doing that. We ain't talking about that.
Or make
So I think-
accommodations for them,
Yeah.
and then it doesn't happen.
So even when we talk about growth and everybody can't go, I like to think that, the group that you're in, if I'm growing, I'm going to go my way. You're going to grow. You're going to go your way. It's like a tree. You know what I mean? We all started from the bottom. Now we here. You grow, you expand. That doesn't mean we can't come back to each other and be like, yo, Mac, what you doing? Or Rudy, I want to go to Tulum. I don't want to go to Tulum because Tulum ain't got Mexican food that I like. I mean, you always can come back. And as you grow, you get better. You would hope that you would get better. That's what I'm saying. You can't take everybody. Some people still stuck around the tree trunk, But I like to think that you guys are the leaves on the tree, and we can always just come back and be together.
In theory, we can. Just depends.
Yeah.
It just depends. That's why some of those leaves break off for no reason.
Hey.
It really just depends, man. Like when Mike was saying that he grew up with the people here, I always just think back to when I was younger. When I was younger, I really encountered most of y'all when I stopped doing certain things. I wasn't really there throughout the entire time, because I was a different type of person. But I had, at a certain point, I had to start straying away from those people. I hadn't totally pulled away from those people, but I had to start straying away because my trajectory in life wasn't that anymore. I remember one time specifically that I remember riding in the car with a friend of mine at the time, and I put the window down. We was going down Belvedere, and he said, yo, you better put that window up. I said, for what? He said, yo, we shot the block up last night. I said, man, take me to my car, man. Yo, what is wrong with you, yo? No, we're not doing that. So my thing is about stuff like that is, when your lifestyle on the line with the other person, we gotta go separate ways. And again, it doesn't mean I loved him any less. There was nothing he couldn't call me about, even on those lines. But as far as us hanging together, I couldn't do that no more, man. All I kept saying to myself is, I'm going to graduate from college. I can see it now. My funeral, my mother going to be talking about he was just about to graduate. That's all I kept saying. He was just about to graduate.
And we hear that a lot.
Yeah.
Like, we hear that a lot. It be the good kid in the crowd who's doing this, that, but they couldn't leave their homeboys alone to walk their journey. They had to keep holding on and bring them along, and then things pop up off, and who gets killed? The good kid.
Yeah, the one that had something going on for his life.
Happens all the time. Because we gotta learn how to, unfortunately, separate and leave some people behind.
Yeah.
Like you said, it doesn't mean that you love, like you said. I think a lot of people tend to think that that's what that means, is because you don't take them on the journey with you, or like Linnea said, I'm talking to my homegirl. My conversation is different than what she used to hearing me talk about, because no, I don't want to go in the club and shake my ass no more. I want to do something.
Go to
different.
Black Bike Weekend, which you was raving about as we drove up.
Yeah, I was like, come on, girl, you want to go to Black Bike?
She having flashbacks of her. Get him, girl. Get him, girl.
So, and then yes, that things like that can cause resentment in your friendships and things like that, because they can't see your vision, or now you think you better than me because you want different. And that's not necessarily what it means, but I know in order for me to get what God got for me and what's in my vision, I can't keep doing the same things that you're doing and you're not willing to change. So I can't sit here with you while you complacent. I got to go, sis.
Mm-hmm.
I got to go.
And you have to be comfortable with it.
I come check on the babies. How the babies doing?
You got to be comfortable making that decision.
And that's a hard thing. That it's hard, especially if they're true friends or even family. Like
But somebody's going to get offended. They're going to get somebody.
Always going to.
You can have the most genuine intentions in that situation, but it's not always going to come across that way.
Yeah. Yep.
This has been good. We're not wrapping it up, but we are coming close to the time. So for those it's a lot of people in here. Shout yourself out if you haven't already. We appreciate you guys hanging out and coming out with us. Don't forget, we'll be doing what, Shannon, from now on between Facebook and YouTube.
Okay, I was about to say, let me run it back. So if you're not already following us on our YouTube page, which is Cooley and the Gang, please, I believe I shared the link in the comments. It might be at the top, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure we have it somewhere. We'll share it again. Please make sure you subscribe and follow us over on YouTube, because moving forward, we did a courtesy tonight to let y'all know we will be streaming straight from YouTube. So we need to build our following and our viewers, because we need to get monetized and we can't do it without y'all. Point blank, period, Pooh.
Thank you. Once again, it is Maryland mental, not Maryland. It's May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
You said it, not me.
I said Maryland, but then you repeated Maryland, and then it got in my head.
Baltimore, Maryland.
Whatever. So, like I said, this go round, we were able to get sponsorship, which was a blessing. So we do have from Maryland SOAR. But Lee, I never asked you, like, what is your position at Maryland SOAR? Like,
I see.
the HNIC, the co-owner.
I'm co-owner, COO of the
Co-owner, COO of Maryland SOAR.
Yeah.
And don't forget, Maryland SOAR is an organization focused on mental health support, empowerment, and helping people rebuild and move forward in their lives. So give everybody a little background on what you guys do over, since all we've been talking about is what, check out, crash out, like, let them know.
Well, first of all, before I go into details of what Maryland SOAR is, and y'all had some good topics, like great topics, and topics that need to be talked about, because a lot of times, we don't know the difference from the crash out and the burnout. Sometimes it happened at the same time. The only thing I can say for that is get to know yourself a little bit better, right? You got to celebrate your small wins. You have to do that. Like, I heard the comment, like, y'all want to go back to your childhood, right? And y'all been knowing me most of my life. You know how I grew up, right? I don't ever want to go back to my childhood, right? But you got to understand your childhood and your upbringing and the people around you was what made you who you are, and that what made you become good parents. You know,
True that.
so you gotta just say, you know what, I had good time, but this is what made me. Now I have my kids. Now I can show them how to progress and be good. You know, even
Because
with
it ain't
you,
no book
G,
for parenting.
you know, even with you, G, you know, you suffer major loss, right? And you know, we know everyone's going to pass, right? It's just inevitable. It's going to happen, right? But it's the memories that we share that hurt us the most, you know. But I challenge you to take that and put it into your kids more. Put that somewhere else where as though it's going to help you more. Challenge yourself in your career, you know, because I always say my grandmother died for me, right? She died when I was 11 years old, right? And I always say her spirit was there. And that's why I used DJing. And every time I DJ, y'all never notice, sometimes I cried, right? Because I felt her.
I
You know?
never noticed.
You know, and it's that energy that never goes away, right? Keep those memories, right? But also challenge that energy into other things. Because at the end of the day, no matter if your parents are here or not, your loved ones are here or not, they are the ones that want you to succeed the most.
That's facts. That's facts.
So, you know, and therapy is great. I think everyone needs therapy, but it's like the professor said, you need a good therapist, right? You need someone that's going to listen.
And it's not one size fit all.
It's not one. And then, and once again, we talk about talk to my friends. That's not therapy, bro. It's not. You need someone that's going to talk to you that's not vested.
You think do I hit you one sided sometimes?
But the thing,
Oh, for me, no, not at all. I think Mike, the conversations that me and Mike have,
not saying what you saying.
Right.
I'm curious.
Right.
I'm curious now.
Mike, for me, pisses me off more than anything. That's why I think Mike's a wonderful therapist. Because Mike tells you the shit that you don't really want to hear.
right.
And it's never something that you want to hear from Mike. Like Mike is just like, get the fuck up. Like it's pretty much cut, narrow. And he might use some stuff that he's probably been through to evaluate what I've said, but it's never what I want to hear. So I like that therapy out of Mike because Mike's gonna give it to you a different kind of way, and he's not gonna make you feel comfortable. I think once you get out of your comfortability is when shit starts to change and you start to hear different things. You know what I mean? Because if he's gonna tell me what I want to hear, I ain't gonna keep calling Mike because I can just do what I was gonna do in the first place. You know what I mean?
You're right, but it's nothing like listen to someone who don't know you that's giving Mike that's saying the same thing Mike is saying.
Yeah, I did get
That confirmation is the best, right? Can't talk about mental illness and
I tried to
you know.
We're not doing this tonight, yo.
And that's the little advice that I want to give a tidbit on far as what you all were saying, you know.
So how long have you guys been in business?
We've been open for 4 years. We've been open for 4 years.
So what have you learned? What has been one thing you've learned the most that almost was your crash out effort? What was the burnout?
Burnout. Well, I'm not burned out.
Because you have a passion for this.
I always tell people I love being able to help someone, and I'm blessed to be able to get paid for it. Before I was an owner of a company, I always felt that way. Because there's nothing like helping someone because everyone have a story. And how I overcame the trauma I've been through is someone talking to me and giving me perspective. You know, it's always about that perspective, right? So I love that. I love being able to share and being able to help people with their perspectives. You know, so it's a passion. And as far as me burning out, it's no burnout for me. You know, it's because I'm not doing it for me at this point. I'm doing it for my family. I'm doing it for, you know, other people. You know, I always say, in order to be truly successful, you have to get outside yourself and do it for someone else. You know, if you look at Bill Gates, right? Everybody know Bill Gates' history, but he philanthropy. He gives so much. You know, everybody gives so much because it's like you have to give. You know, you have to, you know, be able to do it for someone else other than yourself. Because you know how to make you happy, you know, with or without. You know how to make yourself happy with or without, you know. But having people that is relying on you, that's what you do it for, you know. And that's where the frustration come at, you know. Maryland Soul has over 20 staff now, right? And we have full-time staff now, right?
No shit.
So it's like, yeah, we are. I already gave you the option. Uh, so now, our overhead is you're talking about the business part, right? You far as the crash out and the burnout, right? Now it's like, okay, I got to make sure that everyone gets paid every month. That is the frustration part, right? And then you talk about the, flying and the control, right? So, and with me being the COO, I'm also in the mix of the work, but my main focus on making sure my clients are authorized, making sure my clients are being seen, making sure that because if they're not getting seen, they're not being reauthorized. Guess who's not getting paid?
Yeah.
My staff. It is not, and I always tell my staff, you don't work for me. We work together, right? And the thing is like I don't care if I get paid or not because eventually I'm going to be all right. But it's my staff that depends on that stuff. So that's where the frustration comes at because you deal with the state. Sometimes they be on their best stuff, and then that's the frustration part. That is it's not going to be a burnout because I've been hustling all my life. I know how to make things work. But it's just more so the frustration part is the making sure my staff is right, making sure my staff have the right resources to help the clients.
Well,
One quick question about the organization. So is this something that an organization where if somebody needs mental health assistance, like I guess trying so if we have a listener that may need your services, what is that services exactly like
So
more specific, like dumbed down a little bit, I guess?
okay, so we have a PRP program. We also have workforce development,
for people that only graduated from Milford, can you?
psychiatric
What is PRP?
rehabilitation,
'Cause I don't-
psychiatric
I didn't go
rehabilitation.
past,
It's psychiatric rehabilitation,
psychiatric
Yes,
rehabilitation program.
And I'm sorry, y'all know I have a speech impediment, so please don't act like I don't know what the word is. But it's more so, I dumb it down, right? I always tell people it's more like a big brother, big sister thing, right? It's providing resources, it's helping an adult out that's having trouble in areas that they need assistance with.
Okay.
Other than provide, other than those resources, making sure
So they can reach out to you guys.
They can reach.
Next question. How do
They can log on. Please go to marylandsword.org and fill out the questionnaire. And we have partnerships with excellent therapists. We can get you the therapy you need, psychiatry, and we also have a workforce development program, and we also assist with adults looking for employment. I must say, Maryland Soul has been open for 4 years. We've been operating for 3 of those years because you got to go through all the process. And I want to say we have a 70% success rate of getting our adults hired.
Perfect.
And we have helped a lot of adults, and
Well, you helped this adult. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean,
We appreciate it.
you my friends, family, you gotta have a team with you,
Yeah,
always
definitely
support.
appreciate it.
And once again, Rudy, you said about when you move up in life, you have your friends there. It's always gonna be that one close friend that's not going to understand. And I was in that situation, and it hurts me to my heart, right? But in order to grow, you gotta be able to leave. And
you gotta let go.
but I always say the universe will keep the people in your life that you need. And unfortunately, y'all still here with me. You know what I'm saying? So
Not unfortunately, right?
Wow.
So y'all heard, heard it first.
Oh, that's my speech impediment. I thought I said fortunately.
Lord. I was just saying, if y'all need any of the resources that he mentioned, we have the marylandstore.org listed right there. Make sure you guys go and check that out and get what you need.
And can I just say this? You're doing more than Big Brother. And I'll just say that.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a lot more than Big Brother.
Definitely.
Because when you have a PRP program, you have a lot more resources. You are a vendor, you have vendors, you have partnerships. So
Yeah.
I believe it's more than just the Big Brother.
That's the dumb down part so people to understand. Yeah, definitely. Appreciate you.
Well, we thank you, and we look forward. We hope that episode 1, we didn't embarrass you too much.
No, I mean you're fine. I think y'all had great topics, and these are stuff that need to be explained and need to be talked to. I think more so than talking about relationships with the opposite sex. I think we need to get with our mental and understand each other before we go in here and go down a rabbit hole about why this woman ain't wanting this, why this woman ain't wanting that, because it's a lot of other stuff that stems from this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it really is.
Well,
Hold up, before you say that, I want to say something. Lee, you came a long way, yo. Yo, you speak like you got some good sense, yo. I swear I ain't expected from you, yo. I swear I didn't.
Yo, I always had this conversation. Like everyone judged the old me.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's like I said in the last podcast, I've never been a dumb dude, right? I've never been that like the reason why I joke that much because I was going through so much and no one knew. No, like we all went to the same school. Who knew I was in foster care? Except for y'all.
Yeah.
No.
But you didn't. You know, so I was going through so much, but now I don't care. Now I'm shining in what I want to do.
Can I
and
say
I don't
something?
care about nobody else.
Can I say something and don't get mad?
What?
You kind of made the shit look cool. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. Like, you ain't really have he ain't had no curvy. He just got to hang out and be out. Like, he kind of made it look cool. Like,
That nigga hoop at one time.
yeah.
I don't think he hoop now.
No, I would never play basketball now. I'm more, even with DJing, you know, I love DJing so much, but it comes a time where it's
Gotta
time to
put it out.
focus on something else. I always tell people I'm not going to be 50 years old DJing.
Yeah.
And I'm not. I enjoy my time. And I went through so much trauma DJing,
Yeah.
you know, but I still the best party I ever did was God Down.
God damn. This is the Cooley The Gang show, Grown Folk Edition, and I mean it's a wrap now. I mean we are officially back. I'm gonna figure out what happened with the board because G loves his sound effects, and y'all didn't get to hear our amazing new intro song. I want to thank
Which one when we go off?
yeah, I can do it then.
All that shit gonna go up in the same.
I think I appreciate everybody that has been. What the hell?
It is.
I appreciate everybody that's ever been a part of any Cooley The Gang show. From 2015 to now, anybody that has heeded the call when I reached out to say, hey, can you come and join this show? Whether it was Linnea, Mayberry, who you know we always love, my brother Mac, Ike would always step up, Juan, you know, whoever I would call, Lee would come, like, you know, I appreciate it. You are always a part of the family. This is our new look going forward. You never know who you might see up here. Mac, you will see him because nepotism lives in my book. I don't care what you say. Wherever I go, he goes.
We don't get paid, so that's not nepotism. Okay.
Well, you know.
So when's our next show?
Next show will be not next Thursday. We are now every other week. So you'll get a break. We'll throw some clips up there, get you ready for our next show and episode 2. If somebody got the calendar up, because we got to help the people.
I watched that.
So episode 2 will be on June the 4th.
That's my birthday.
June the 4th, we'll be bringing you episode 2. The wife and I will be back in North Carolina. And episode 2 is going to be based upon, we put up a video about a professor when he was talking about a book that he was looking for. It was called what was the name of the book?
Extraordinary
Wife.
Exemplary Husband, something like that.
So episode 2 was called The Sold Out Wife and the In-Stock Husband. So we are going to jump into that on June.
What is it called again?
The Sold Out Wife and the In-Stock Husband.
Oh. So just in my mind it's saying what she's checked out, he's checked in.
She's checked in and he's checked out. The book that he was looking for based upon the wife was gone, but the men's book was all there.
I heard about that.
So we're going to dig into that on June the 4th. But in the meantime, we're not going to be quiet. You know, send us stories, send us things. You know, we'll post videos. You know, we're here, man. And we all one big family. So please make sure you go over to YouTube. Do any of you all have any final thoughts before we go? Got to hold on to that part of it. As long as it's not about me. No, I'm talking to my little brother. I keep looking up with my little brother. You're going to see him sitting up here too because he has a lot of interesting things to say.
Your baby girl just told her happy birthday. Me him happy birthday.
Who happy birthday?
Just Janae said, Cassie said happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Lil Feet. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. My best friend.
It's almost like when you go to church and you feel like the pastor is talking to you. That's what today is about today.
That's why we love doing this.
He was talking about his job. This was everything that I needed for that.
Mm,
That's my best friend.
And that's just confirmation that this is needed back.
So I feel better about the board issues, and I'm going to work hard to get everything straight. You got anything?
no.
Good, because I ain't got nothing and I don't want to be the only one looking dumb. Go ahead, G. Drop it, G. Drop it, G.
So it's funny that you said we've been doing this since 2015, and y'all know I still cannot remember "Let the Light Shine" with the power
Don't worry, I got you.
and the battery in the back.
I got you.
I still can't never remember it.
Let
Go
the
ahead.
obstacles before you provoke the power within.
Amen.
Amen.
There we go. And nothing else. Brother Lee, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank y'all. And I have gifts.
Oh yeah, we got to go. It's birthday time. I'm in town all weekend. Holla at your boy. We going. Oh no, I can't
I'm
say
so
what we're
glad
gonna
you're
do.
here.
What we gonna say?
Hit me on the hotline. Good night.